On this episode of Hands on Cars, Kevin Dyno tests the Zed Sled, races it against a new Z28, and does this.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Hands on Cars. Zed Sled feels great. It feels excellent on the street. I'm very happy with how it's sorted out, and it feels really strong. So we're here at DBR High Performance in Spring Hill, Tennessee to actually get some rear wheel horsepower numbers and hope it doesn't blow up because, you know, it's salvage yard stuff under the hood of this thing, but we're gonna see. DBR High Performance in Spring Hill, Tennessee is one of the Southeast's premier performance shops, specializing in all things high performance, new or old. From a 700 horsepower Steelers Tribute Eldorado to an 800 horsepower all-wheel drive SRT8, Pro Street Monsters, the world's fastest Cadillac CTS, and dozens of performance vehicles of every make, model, and year on deck to be tuned on the state-of-the-art eddy current chassis dyno by David Branson himself. We strapped Zed Sled down to the dyno, plugged in some sensors, crossed our fingers, and waited for David to warm up the car to start some runs. Well, this is kind of the calm before the storm. Before we fire the engine up, get the camera set, and I have to tell you, I'm as nervous as a cat in a room full of rocket chairs, but we're in capable hands, DBR High Performance. They haven't let me down. Zed Sled, we'll see. After several runs spinning this used 6-liter truck engine to just a taste under 7,000 RPM, we ended up with a very respectable 347 horsepower and 334 foot-pounds of torque to the tires. Good fun power on the street. All right, what would you do differently to make power?
Add boost.
So now that we know what Zed Sled's putting down to the ground, got a couple hundred miles on the car, it's feeling really good, everything's operating like it should, it's making all the right noises. Now it's time to play. So we're here at NCM Motorsports Park in Bowling Green, Kentucky. If you've never been here, you owe it to yourself to show up. Go see the Corvette Museum. Come and see the track. Take part in one of the track days. There's training classes, all kinds of great options and opportunities if you're into motorsports at all, even if you just want to watch. So it's a fantastic place for us to leg out Zed Sled, see what she's got. But it's not all about taking this car out and seeing what it does by itself. Wouldn't it be fun to have something to compare it to? There's been 37 years of technological automotive development between when the time this car popped off the assembly line to right now. So what better reason and what better way to compare our Z28 to a modern Z28? Check this out. Check out this amazing vehicle. This is a 2015 Z28. This is the Holy Grail. This is the Mac Daddy and the evolution of Z28 since its inception in 1967. And I have to give a giant shout out to Kenny Rawls and Rawls & Sons Auto Salvage for tossing us the keys to this amazing vehicle for the day. We're going to try really hard not to bend it. This thing is amazing right out of the box. This one has 400 miles on it. But if you've noticed, I'm wearing my jacket. It's 37 degrees out here. It is cold. These tires are made for hot track conditions. I've got street tires on Zed Sled, so this weather may even out and level out the playing field between the two cars and give Zed Sled a fighting chance. Who knows? But you're going to find out with us. Our 1978 Zed Sled project comes in at about $26,000 worth of parts, and we discounted labor because most guys building cars just don't factor in labor. Our engine is a used truck engine, 6-liter displacement LQ4 iron block. The transmission is a 4L80E 4-speed automatic that's out of a used service van thanks to Molt's used auto parts. Horsepower and torque are 440 horsepower and 418 foot-pounds of torque. 0 to 60? We don't really know yet. We'll find out. Brakes are 13-inch front rotors, 12-inch rear, single-piston calipers all the way around, classic performance product suspension. Front wheels are 18x8 Billet Specialties wheels with an Eastwood coating. Tire size is 265/35/18. Rear wheels are 18x10 with a 295/35/18 Bridgestone Potenza street tire with a 400 tread wear rating. Curb weight on Zed Sled is 3,550 pounds. So we're talking to Matt at NCM Motorsports Park. Matt, thank you so much for access to the track today. This is a great facility. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so we're a road course facility. We're here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, Hot Rod Town, USA.
Oh yeah.
And so we're built primarily as a recreational facility. It's not some place for the ultra rich to come play. It's here for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's a 3.2-mile road course in its longest configuration. We can section that up into a 2-mile road course, a 1.1-mile road course, and then we have a really special outer loop, which incorporates corners from Le Mans. We're the only place other than Le Mans, France, that you can do that. So it makes us really, really unique. We do all kinds of HPD programs, and HPD stands for High Performance Drivers Education. So it's pretty much a track day, but instead of just going out there and going fast, we put an instructor in the car with you to help you mold your technique, to make sure that you're doing it right, doing it safe, and having fun. We also have some classroom that goes along with that, and we do that, I'd say, probably 20 weekends a year. So it's,
wow.
Like I said, we're a recreational facility trying to put golf courses out of business one weekend at a time.
That's fantastic. Well, I can't wait to get out on the track. Thank you for letting us have access to this place.
Coming out.
Well, absolutely, and I hope it's not the last time we see you guys. And Project Zed Sled, as you know, it's probably got about 200 miles on it, and I hope we don't leave a giant oil stain on your track.
No, wouldn't be the first time.
Awesome. Matt, thanks so much, man. We appreciate it.
Hands on Cars is brought to you by the Eastwood Company. When you're restoring a car, truck, or motorcycle, Eastwood has everything you need to do the job right. Eastwood, since 1978.
And one of the constants in my world is Bay One Customs and, of course, TC Pennick, owner and operator. And TC has been here from day one since the inception of Zed Sled. So this is it, man. The car is done. It's finished. What do you think about it?
I just can't believe it. I'm so excited to see what this will do against that $80,000 car we got sitting over there.
I know. It's kind of like a Davy and Goliath thing, isn't it?
Yeah. I can't wait to get it warmed up to try to warm it up out here. It's so cold. I got icicles hanging off my nose this morning.
I know, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. It's in the off season. There's nobody else here on the track, so we're gonna make hay while the sun's shining. But I'm excited too. But I don't know. I mean, for something like this, when you finish a project like this, what do you just put it to bed and move on to something else, or what?
Well, most of the time I do, because I'm excited about the build. It's all about the build. People ask me all the time, like, where's your car? Where's your car? Well, when I get done with them, I'm ready to do another one. So that's the beauty of what I do. I have people bring me new material constantly, and I love the build. Yeah,
well, I do too. And I've been bench racing on this thing. I've been thinking about what to do next, and you and I are going to have a conversation about maybe version 2 of Project Zed Sled. What do you think about that?
I could imagine it's probably going to be extreme. I mean, how do you top this?
I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But for now, let's go burn some rubber. What do you say?
Sounds good.
All right.
Turn the heater on.
Going that way. 60-0 braking was a little embarrassing at first. We got no lock up on the wheels, and I was timid on the pedal. It's 184 feet. That's horrible. 184 feet. We're going to try one more. Our second run was much better at around 140 feet, which is still not stellar, but we can dial in the bias later at the master cylinder. The new Z is a factory supercar with a dedicated computer to the ABS system, and it shows. Okay, 60-0. I think we know who won, and I can say it's about 106 feet, so enough of that test. Running through the cones at roughly 40 miles per hour, we see just a hint of body roll with Zed Sled, but it's an awesome improvement over stock thanks to Classic Performance Products Stage 3 suspension system. On the new Z car, it is a slot car. car. And thanks to a sophisticated stability control system and technology that ties steering input and body roll directly to shock dampening and feedback. According to our G-Tech meters, Zed Sled netted 12.6 seconds on the quarter mile. Not bad for a cold and damp track. But it dawned on me that I'd probably never again have this opportunity to measure donutability against a brand new Z28. So my inner child took over the loud pedal. Sorry, Kenny. So I'm standing here with Blaine Burnett, Marketing and PR Coordinator for Holley Performance. And Blaine, thank you so much for Holley's help and your personal help. You helped me, you were on the phone with me and answering tech calls, so thank you very much for your help with Project Zed Sled. I am so happy with how the Holley components are doing their job. It has been the most painless part of this whole build. So a lot of that, I think, is due to the Dominator setup. Well done. Very nice job. It does everything, and it does it very well.
Yeah, it's a good system. I mean, you're running the system with the automatic transmission control.
Yes.
So Dominator has that capability. It also can run 2 wideband O2 sensors. And it's very versatile. So you're set for whatever you want to do with this car, with all the inputs and outputs that you can run with it now and in the future.
So I've had a ton of people compliment me on the sound of this car, and it's all bolt-in exhaust, as well as all the LS swap components. So virtually anybody could do this car, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you're using our LS swap headers, the long tube ceramics, and the complete exhaust system for the car. It all bolts in. We've done our research on it, and it's all designed to work with our Hooker engine mount swap plates and our Holley engine swap oil pan too. So, you know, from your experience, you know, it's all bolt-in, and anybody can do this in their garage at home.
Yep, it's all bolt-in, and the accessory drive. Of course, as you know, with the LS engines, the accessories are down and out. In the OE cars, we got to get them up and out, and no clearance problems. And I've got a steering box. I don't have a rack.
Clearance problems and good serviceability too.
Yeah,
you're not killing your back leaning over.
Absolutely, absolutely. The thing looks very clean under the hood. The high ram intake manifold looks fantastic. Getting back to the Dominator. We've got plans for this car. Naturally aspirated, it's a very strong car. It feels great, but we want to go to another level of performance. So I don't know. I think a couple of snails under the hood would look good, don't you?
Absolutely, absolutely. They fill it out real nice. You're totally capable for that now with the Dominator box. It's got boost control capabilities, and it also has traction control functionality as well with another, I think, Ron Davis traction control unit. That'll work.
That versatility is why we reached for the Dominator ECU in the first place. Yes, you can strip down an OE harness and use an OE ECU, get a mail order tune on it, and get up and running it. That's great. That's great if somebody wants to do that. But we didn't go full-on budget build with this car. We went affordable pro touring and money spent well. And in my opinion, the Holley components are going to not only do what they do very well for this level of performance in this platform, but it's going to get us into the next stage of performance, right?
Sure, absolutely.
What do you say to some seat time with these cars?
Absolutely, let's go check them out.
Yeah. Blaine Burnett is an excellent driver and knows every nuance of this track. But me and TC Panic needed to warm up the Camaros a little for him, so we took some liberties. Each car felt amazing, but different at the same time. The 2015 Z is an incredible car right out of the box, and it has power for days. Amazing handling, and was very forgiving for any driver that sat behind the wheel. It's a great car. Zed Sled rumbled and roared, and it moaned around corners and felt gloriously unrefined in the best possible way. There was no pushing in the corners, it pulled strong off of an apex, and although the brakes were a little prone to fade with street pads, it was confidence-inspiring and very predictable to drive, which is all I could have asked for from this car. Oh yeah.
Goodness, John Bouchard put together an awesome motor, and that thing really hauls the mail around the track. The brakes got a little soft on me because I was pushing it out there on track. You told me to go for it, so but it was an absolute blast, and I just had to tone it down a little bit after. So maybe a little bit harsher compound or aggressive compound brake pad would help out quite a bit. And yeah, and then I'd say that thing would be ready for some more track use for sure. I'd never driven a Z28 before, 2015 model. That car is dialed in. That car feels like it's definitely ready to push the limit. Very fast, powerful motor, and I'd say one of GM's best performance cars that they come out with. And it's still there, and it's not jacked up in any way, shape, or form, and it's going home to its owner. So I feel great about that. Very, very appreciative for the opportunity to drive it today.
This 2015 Z28 is an amazing vehicle. It's brutally powerful. It stops incredibly. It's so refined to drive. It's an incredible car. It's an incredible price tag on it. It's almost $80,000. Well, for my money, a little bit of time and energy, a lot of rubbing and a lot of love and some help from some great friends. We have Project Zed Sled for about $26,000 in parts. We didn't count our labor, but who does on a weekend warrior scenario? I think this car wins. It's just because I'm partial. So I want to thank you for watching Hands on Cars. Big shout out to Kenny Rawls and Rawls Auto Salvage for letting us use the 2015 Z. Big shout out to Bay One Customs and my wonderful friends that have helped me along the journey with Project Zed Sled. And thank you guys so much for watching Hands on Cars. It's been a pleasure doing these shows for you guys. So we're going to sign off for Hands on Cars. Project Zed Sled has come to a close. Thank you for working with us and helping with us and realizing that you can do the job right with the help of Eastwood. So there's one more thing we got to do. We started this whole thing out saying, will it do a burnout? And I'm here to tell you, it will in fact do a burnout. Yeah! Woohoo! Shot through the heart, baby! Woo!